Hello, gorgeous people. How are you? Today I'm talking about percentages. I'm talking about how many people are awake right now. And these are percentages that I was given from the emissaries. Incredible. Okay, I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So I was out running the other day and I was chatting with the emissaries and saying, what can we talk about in next week, this week, basically. And they give me some ideas and I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll just ask this question. What percentage of the world is awake now? You see, I've learned that I can't say when. When will everybody be awake? When? It doesn't work that way. But sometimes I can ask, like, what the status quo is. And so I said, what percentage of the world is awake now, do you think? And they just flashed me the number, which was 33%. Nice number, eh? Good number, 33. It's when Jesus died, 33. But actually it was like 33, flashy, 35. So somewhere in between the two. Okay? That's the percentage of the world that's awake right now. And I thought, wow, right, well, this is the second time that they've kind of given me these kind of stats. So maybe it's not the second time, but ones that stand out to me. So I thought, well, I'll just see what I can get, see what else we can get from it. So I said to them, because this interests me a lot, what percentage of that 33%, how much of that is made up of people who've woken up because of the COVID? Okay, and they said 27% of the 33 is made up of recently awakened, okay, because of what's been going on. Now, I always had a feeling that when I woke up 15 years ago, 16 years ago, that we were very few. And I always got that impression, like if you make a comment on a video, the woo-woo videos that we're talking about, all of those conspiracy break word videos, I can't say that word together just in case. Well, they were bombarded with comments from people who were going, "You crazy people, you mad people," yeah. And very few people, every now and again, all the way, maybe two in the whole thing, going, "Well, I believe it." Okay, so I knew that we were only a small amount of people, very, very limited. It was early doors, as we say in the Northeast. But now I'm aware that, I can go out and invariably I'll have a conversation with somebody about the madness. Just people are chatting about it now. There you are. So the last couple of years have been monumental in waking people up. But then I thought, let's find out, because the emissaries give me the 5 waves of the Great Awakening, and I thought, well, I wonder how much of this, like 33%, how much is made up, or the 27% that's left, how much of that is made up of the new stuff? So I said, well, what about the people who've awakened because of the media, which was the second wave, I think, wasn't it? And they said 3. So 3% of that 27 is actually people who've woken up to the media. Yeah? And then I said, how many people have woken up to this? And they said 1%. So 1% only of this group have actually been awakened by the effects. Right? So what's happening is that the biggest awakener, the biggest shock has been the way that the COVID was handled, and people have woken up by that. So now we've still got these big chunks that have got to happen of people waking up to the media and people waking up to what on earth is happening with that. Yeah. So we're in this interesting process where the only big one has been the COVID. Yeah. So then I thought, so let's ask, where do we need to get to? What do we need for us to be able to really start a shift? And the emissary said 45% is what we need of awakened souls here on earth. We're at 33. and we need 45. So not half. We don't need half. We need under half. So we have, in the last 2 years, we have just jumped up by 27%. Okay? So we only need another 12%. So what's that? Another year? Maybe this year. Maybe that's all that we need. I don't know. But I'm putting time frame on it. I'll get into trouble. But it doesn't matter. So that's what they're saying. And I said, well, why? What will happen when we reach 45%? How will that change the game? And what they said was, what will happen is that the 45%, which is a very strong, remember 45% of pissed off people, right? This is not 45% of people going, oh, well, whatever. No. These are 45% of pissed off people. They're going to vote with their feet and with the wallet. So what they were saying was that these people are going to shift everything based on the way that they talk. And I'm talking about what happens on social media, what happens on the internet, the way that people actually start choosing to use the internet. If you understand, more and more people are going to be creating their networks of awakened people. The way that 45% chooses to buy, because there are certain companies that will not deserve our money. And so what's going to happen is that people are going to start to shift how they give money out, how they support things. 45% are going to have the power to say no, and no in a big way. Yeah. So basically that's all that happens is the bigger that we are, the stronger we are as a collective. And remember that even though many people have got different ideas about what's true, what isn't, we all have some pretty core beliefs, some core values, which is that we will not support these big companies that are doing us damage, that we will not support the governments that are doing us damage, that we will not support anybody who's doing us damage. Yeah. So that's kind of where we need to get to. Where we are now is great. Where we are now is fantastic. We've never been so many, but that's only going to get more. It's only going to get more, as you know. And God, I mean, just everywhere I look, the stuff that's coming out now, the stuff that's coming out, and the way that the media is being shown to be a farce, and that's coming out too. You know, there are alternative medias popping up all over the place because people don't want to watch the media anymore, and that's only going to get worse. That's the next wave, isn't it? Where the media just looks absolutely like twats, because they are twats, and I can say that word, and I don't feel bad about it because the media are twats. Yeah, they've always been twats, but now we're starting to, you know, they're starting to show the true colours. It's starting to come out. The light's getting brighter. It can't be hidden. There's just truth coming out all over. Or maybe not. That's not the right word. Truth, no. Information. What's true, God only knows. But there's lots of information starting to come out now. So there you are. That's the way that the emissaries laid that on me. We just need to get to 45%. We're at 33. Pretty good. We're going very well. I said to them, why are you giving me these details? You never ever entered into details like that. What's changed? What's happened? And they said something that made absolute sense to me. Because I said to them, you said it's just the power of speaking. It's not who hears, it's the power of speaking. The word, that's all. And, you know, they said, the spoken word is what is creating the wave. It's creating the awakening, the spoken word. However, when people wake up, the people who've woken up need our help. They need encouragement, they need support, they need information like this. And that's why they said that they give this, because people need something to get a hold of, something to have hope with. Okay? The emissaries have always been about hope, right at the beginning. Message of hope, message of hope. And so they continue to give these messages of hope. So everything's going really well. We're heading in the right direction. In the last couple of years, we have just increased our numbers like sixfold. All right, and that's only going to increase, and it's only going to get faster. So you're in the right place. Everything's okay. Just keep being authentic. Just keep helping others, and we're going to get there. I love you all. Have a lovely weekend. See you later.